Hello, Mr. Lee here. All right, this video is going to be on slope-intercept form. So I have my notes here on this right side. This should look familiar. Y equals mx plus b. Whenever your linear equation is in this form, your slope is going to be this m value. It's whatever is being multiplied by your x value. And then whatever is being added at the end, or whatever is being added separately outside of the mx is going to be your y-intercept. Okay, so we're going to follow this pattern, and we'll see it in equations and graphs, maybe some tables here. So this one says complete the equation. Let me get a different view here. Let's see. Okay, we'll do that. It says complete the equation of the line whose slope is 5 and y-intercept is 0, 4. Okay, so we're going to write the equation of a line. We're going to follow this format. So I'm just going to rewrite mx plus b, right? We want to start with this slope-intercept form. All I'm going to do is change the m value with the slope and change the b value with the y-intercept. Okay, so what's the slope they give us? 5. Okay, so that means m is 5. We're just going to go like that. Your m value is 5. And then your y-intercept is 0, 4. So these are coordinates, right? 0, 4. But for the b value, we're looking specifically for that y value since it's a y-intercept, right? For any y-intercept, the x value is always 0. It's going to move along the y-axis. X value is 0 there. But then we're going to extract this y value, which is a 4. Okay? So think about it. If you go back to these coordinates, right? Equation, table, graph. If you plug in an x value of 0, this becomes now 5 times 0. 5 times 0 is just 0. 0 plus 4 gives us a final y value of 4, right? So if I plug in an x value of 0 into the equation, I better get a y value of 4, which means this equation works, okay? Let me refresh this page here. See some more examples. Okay, so what is the slope here? We have y equals -1 plus 3x. Okay, so this one, they swap the order. They actually have the b value here first, and then the m value here. Okay, the way I know that is because look back at your notes here. Your slope is always in front of the x value, right? We can change the order of adding two numbers, but the m value is always being multiplied by the x. The slope is being multiplied by x. So we're actually going to extract this value as your slope. We could rewrite this as a 3x minus 1, right, if we reordered it. So don't get confused with that. Your slope here is a 3. Okay, what's the y-intercept? Y equals mx plus b. I want the b value for the y-intercept. So it's just a plus 6. 0, 6. Done. Okay. So that's that exercise. We're going to go to the next exercise. Actually create the graph from your slope-intercept form. Okay, so this one I will do a little bit of writing here before we start graphing. So it looks like your m value is a 2. Right, it's right here. I could even write it on the side here. Okay, m is equal to 2. And I'm going to automatically put it as a fraction. It's going to help us kind of see the direction, right? M value is a 2 over 1, which means the change in y is a plus 2. Change in x is a right 1. Okay? And then our b value here is a minus 7. I'll write it over here. Okay, so I'm just extracting this from the equation, right? The 2x minus 7. Okay? So I like to begin at the y-intercept, right? I kind of like to use the initial b for begin. So the b value is -7. I'm going to put a point right here, -7. Let me get a thicker marker here. So point right here, -7, right? And then from this point, I'm going to go up to right 1 to apply my slope, right? So up to right 1, that's how I know where my line goes through. If you want for more accuracy, just keep going. Up to right 1, up to right 1, okay? So that gives us an idea. I'm going to hide my marker here, but we should be able to get to a y-intercept of -7. And then we went up to right 1 to get to this line. Okay, so that's how you graph it. Let's do a couple more examples. Okay, I like this one. We have a more complicated slope, but we can still handle it. So let me start with my marker here. I'm going to rewrite. The slope as a -4/3. Okay, I'm going to put the negative in the numerator. All right, it's a negative number overall, But if I put it in the numerator, we're considering a negative divided by positive, which is still a negative number overall, okay? So the negative 4 in the y direction is going to be a down 4, and then the positive 3 in the x direction is a right 3. So that's my slope, okay? I could even put an m here, right? M equals, sorry, a little bit off. And then your b value, the y-intercept, is going to be a positive 8. Okay, so let's go ahead and graph that. So I like to begin with the y-intercept, right? B is 8. So I'm going to go to my y-axis, plot an 8. I'm going to start there, right? I'm going to begin here. From this y-intercept, now I apply my slope. Down 4, right 3. So count with me. Down 1, down 2, down 3, down 4. Right 3, 1, 2, 3, boom. Right? Let's do one more just for good measure. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, right 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, count it carefully. Our line should go through there. I began at the y-intercept of 8. I went down 4, right 3, applied my slope to get to the next point. Line should go through all those points. Okay, so I'm going to hide my marker, but we had a y-intercept of plus 8. And then I'm going down 4, right 3, which gives me right here. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go to the next exercise. This one, it requires you to go backwards now, right? So they give you the graph, and they want you to write the equation. Okay, but we're still going to use slope-intercept form. Okay, we're going to, they already kind of give us this template here. We're going to fill in the m value, which is the slope, fill in the b value, and your equation will look like y equals mx plus b. Okay, so we'll have to extract some nice points here. I like to start the y-intercept. There's a 7, right? Already you can write a b is equal to 7, right? If you want to, b is equal to 7. And then let's find the next nice point from the y-intercept. Looks like it's going to be right here. Looks like the next nice one's over here, right? So I'm just getting a pattern here. I'm only going to count between 2 of them, though. So if you start the y-intercept at the plus 7, we're going down 3, right 1, down 3, right 1, down 3, right 1, right? So this is your slope. Our slope, you could say, is a negative 3. I'll simplify it. Okay, negative 3 divided by 1 just turns into a negative 3. So like that. Okay, so let's fill that in. Your b value will be 7, and your slope value will be negative 3. Okay, so marker's going away. So y-intercept was 7, and then slope was down 3, right 1 for a negative 3. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, so same thing. We're going to fill in the m value, which is the slope. Fill in the b value, which is the y-intercept. So let's start. Let's begin at the y-intercept. I can even write a b is equal to negative 2. All right. I can also show you. I can write it over here if you want. Negative 2. Right? And then the next nice point. This one's a little tricky. Look closely, okay? But the next nice point doesn't happen until right there. Okay, and then for good measure, we'll get another one. So it looks like we're going, what, up 3, right 4, up 3, right 4. We definitely have a positive slope. So it's going to be up 3 over 4. They're all positive, but I'll show you, right? Up is positive, right is also positive. So your slope is 3 over 4, right? So over here, 3 over 4. Okay, so 3/4 x plus a negative 2. You could also write 3/4 x minus 2, but this interface for Khan Academy has a plus sign already built in, so we have to type in the negative 2. So 3/4 x minus 2. Let's see what we get. 3/4 x minus 2. There we go. Slope-intercept form.